Are we good? Did we get everything?
Yeah. So can you give some signs for our viewers out there? I'm going to give some tips, and you can give some tips too. How do you know when a woman's attracted to you? So number one, if she says, I want to suck your cock,
That's usually high.
that's usually a sign of attraction. Or if she says, I'm really feeling horny, or
Right.
I want you to come over right now, or I want to get naked with you. But those are like obvious signs. Even our viewers can understand those. What are some tips that you give for when you can tell?
That a woman likes you?
Yeah, when she gets your phone number from a friend of yours, that's another good tip. But do you have any tips?
When she shows up on your blog every day.
Yeah, or your Facebook.
When she, things like that, or you know what? Here's what I talked about in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Women are not like men.
True.
Men are very blunt.
Right.
We don't play games.
Right.
Sometimes we don't even know that they're supposed to be playing games. Right? Women play all the games. Women are into games because women can't just come out and be honest about things.
Yeah.
Like if I liked a woman, right?
Right.
Theoretically, I would just go up to her and go, "Hey, I like you. I'm interested in you."
Oh, no.
I would just be forward about it, right?
I have babies with you.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I go, "I'm interested in you. How would you like to, go out?"
Yeah.
Okay, and I would think that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
And I've done things like that, and I just get burned every time.
Yeah.
And women, that's not what they want.
Yeah.
Women play this other game. Women never come up to you and go, "Hey, I really like you. Let's go out. Let's do coffee," because they figure you're going to run.
Right.
Right? They come up to you. A woman comes up to you, and they give you a curveball. They go, "Levy." They go, "Levy, hi." A chick comes up to you, "Levy." This is what she'll say to you. Okay, this is like bizarre. She'll say, "Levy, I heard that there's a Jewish holiday next week." Now you don't know.
It's like Tisha B'Av, baby.
Yeah, you're like Tisha B'Av, right? And then you're gonna go, "Okay, so what's that about?"
Yeah.
And you think that she's asking you questions about Judaism.
Right.
And you're thinking, should I charge her? Should I tell her watch the show?
Right.
I don't have
Google
time
it.
for you.
Google
it.
That's what I usually say.
Okay,
Google
it. Here's 5 people that can, 5 different links that you can, and you're gonna whatever, and then you're gonna walk off.
Right.
And what you missed is that she doesn't care about any of that.
Right.
What her message was, I'm interested in you.
Yeah.
Ask me out to coffee and answer my question there, and then we'll start to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And she's not even going to listen to your answer anyway, because she doesn't care.
Yeah.
She just wants to have an excuse.
That's so annoying. Women ask for your opinions all the time, but they really don't give a damn. Like for us men, our opinions are really important things. There, we take a whole lifetime of experience and we combine our values with the sources of information that we trust. And so when we come to an opinion, it's really important to us, and we just don't give them out willy-nilly. We only give them to people we care about in ordinary conversation. But when women ask you for your opinion, they don't. 99% of the time, they don't really give a damn.
They don't. They really don't. They really don't. All they want to do is get you to start talking, right? And then here's another thing. I'm going to generalize here. If you give a really strong opinion, women are not going to argue with you, against you.
Right.
Okay, they're not going to do that. What they're going to do is say, "Wow, I really like your, I like the way you argue."
Yeah.
They're not going to even agree with you.
Right.
You go, "Wow, you get really into it."
Yeah.
Wow, you get really into the arguing and stuff.
And if a woman says, "I love you," if a guy says that, while he's dating someone, not in the midst of sex, but while he's dating someone,
yeah,
usually that means the guy is really seriously committed to this woman. It's a big deal. He's got a serious commitment. It's not going to change from day to day or hour to hour. It's not going to depend on what his friends think about her or what his parents think about her. He says, "I love you," like a normal guy in a normal dating situation outside of sex. That's a commitment. A woman says, "I love you," it just may be a totally momentary feeling. It may be because her friends think you're cool, but if they think you're uncool, then you can't count it. It doesn't mean anything most of the time. It's just like ephemera. It's just like a feeling that just flows through and off it goes.
But what do you think? What are your?
Okay, so if she's primping, if a woman's
mean?
she's doing your hair, putting on lipstick while she's talking to you, and making yourself look hot, then that's usually if she's like running her fingers through her hair.
Oh, I've noticed that that women, okay, they see a guy, right, like they're walking down the street, right, and they'll see me and they always automatically go for their hair.
Yeah.
And they start like doing the thing with their hair.
Yeah.
And I see that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I that doesn't mean like she's actually going to come talk to you or anything. That just means like she notices that you're looking at her, so she wants to do like her best. I see that a lot.
So when a person is emotionally or sexually aroused, the pupil dilates and becomes up to 10 times larger than normal.
I've heard that so many times, but I've never seen it.
So look for pupils that grow.
I've never seen that. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
You have seen it?
Yeah.
If she actually did that, then she just gave away the keys to the kingdom. Then you know she's into you.
Well, also if her smile is genuine, and you can see if the smile is genuine by the eyes. So if the eyes light up, if a woman's eyes light up when she's talking to you, she's into you. But you can tell the difference between a genuine smile and a fake smile. So the real smile, reaches the eyes. It's in the eyes. The eyes come alive and they shine. So if a woman's eyes are shining when she's looking at you, she's into you.
Well, according to this, no woman's ever been into me because I don't think I've ever seen that.
Stay with me and I'll take you places you've never been before.
All right.
So if she's sitting with her legs crossed and like her top leg is slightly swinging or her foot is kind of pointed towards you or she's like kind of rubbing your crotch with her foot, that means she's attractive.
Oh, is that what it meant?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
If
I thought she was trying to indicate that my fly was open or something. I kept checking.
If her body language matches yours,
Okay.
if she repeats your phrases or uses words similar to yours, she's flirting. So if she talks funny, like if her voice rises to a higher pitch, starts using more I, less we, she's flirting.
Why I and not we?
That's just what it says in this article.
Who the hell is who wrote this article? What do they know?
If she's asking you questions. And if you ask her like a deep question after like 10 minutes of conversation and she engages with it, that means she's into you. So like if you're talking to a woman for a few minutes, you don't know whether she's into it or not, ask her a substantial question. And then if she engages with it, she's into you. If she's not, then...
So I can just like right away go and like say something like, how would you prove that Torah is the truth? And
No. Ask her like... if you could live anywhere, where would you live? Or where would you most
that's
like
a
to
big
travel?
question.
Yeah.
All right.
And if she's touching you.
Well, that's going to cost money. There's a price on that.
Okay, sports fans. So we're coming up on the end of this rather.
That's a quickie, dude.
I don't have anything. Do you have anything?
Make sure that ask a question. James the Noahide asked the question. He said, Amalek. Moloch is not one of the 7 nations, but nevertheless we have a special mitzvah to wipe out Amalek. Did we talk about this all last week? We were talking about genocide recently. We wiped out the Midjan. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about them because God commanded. Actually, there's quite a few nations that God commanded, but the 7 Canaanites, the 7 nations of Canaan, are one mitzvah, and God says wipe them out. And the 7 nations are the Amoraim, the Gigites, the Hittites, the Jebusites. That's 4. The I don't even remember them.
Okay.
There's 7 of them, and they lived in the land of Canaan. Right, we have to cross over the water. Now, the reason why we were able to knock out Sihon, who was an Amorite, is Amorites were the first. It's when you cross over the river, they're right there, and their king came out and took possession of a nation on the other side of the river. So the Jews came to his nation at the time, which was Heshbon or something, and they found him there, and they were able to kill him there before they even crossed the river to wipe out the rest of his people.
How can you tell one of these 7 nations, are they still around today, and what gives it away if you run into them?